open. We'll see where 55 is able to get back in line. Matt Kenseth through to the number 1 spot.
Leader, 20, clear by 2 over the 2.
Elliott Sadler subbing for Brian Vickers in that 55 car today. Brian here at the racetrack today and talking with the reporters, confirming that he fully expects and will be back aboard this car at the start of the next season in Daytona. Greg Biffle's got a flapper.
Yeah, they put some tape on that under a pit stop, and obviously not enough.
3 wide here for Jimmy. Sadler up in the marbles. But keeps it off the wall. We stay green.
That's a big move. You see, Biffle didn't really appreciate that, what Jimmy Johnson's position he put him in there.
Kyle Busch, and you're seeing that thing flapping in front of you from Biffle's car. Is that a distraction, or do you just know that it's kind of harmless?
No, it's a little bit of a distraction. I'm impressed with Biffle, though, right here.
Oh, contact there.
This racetrack has not been one of Biffle's best, but he's not giving up here on the Mr. Johnson.
They've had 2 spins in practice. Trouble?
Caution behind you.
It must, there it is, 36 car, J.J. Yaley. I couldn't pick the white car out up against the white outside.
Get ready, 4 tires.
Just wondering if NASCAR will call Biffle to pit road about that. Weaving back and forth right now, trying to get it to come off. It wasn't going to come off 100-some miles an hour around here. Yeah, it's probably not going to come off. This is now he's up against the wall. Yeah, I just, you know, this is frustrating for him. They finally got a pretty good car here. Yeah.
So the caution here for the J.J. Yaley spin may be one of those things that was the end result of a lap and a half or so's worth of activity. Wow.
Yeah, a lot of contact right there. You can see that Stenhouse kind of taking it out on J.J. Yaley. Well, that's getting that time of the race. They've been out here a long time.
I said about patience getting thinner as the day goes on.
Rip the thing off. Rip it off.
Had to give up 7th spot, Mike.
Yeah, and as you can see, the work being done on the 16. Matt Fuchsia just saying, rip the thing off. No finesse involved here whatsoever. They just want to make sure it was gone, but obviously they gave up a lot of very valuable track position by making the stop. But obviously it had to be made. 6 away.
Going to go from 7th to 27th because very few others, in fact, I don't see any others on the lead lap hitting here under this caution. So that's a very tough break for the Biff. I started to say before, it had 2 spins in practice here on Saturday. And started this race back in 33rd place, but was having a good solid run until had to make that pit stop. We'll see how these late laps shake out as you look down on the paperclip. Historic Martinsville Speedway from our aerial coverage today, provided by Goodyear. Everything we learned making tires that face the grueling demands of NASCAR inspires what we roll into yours. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR. Grueling demands of this racetrack. Martinsville, Henry County, South Central Virginia, a town of just under 15,000 for most of the year, where they've been hosting these NASCAR Sprint Cup Series races since September of 1949. Still a favorite track of many drivers. A little short track beating and banging back to their roots. They always bring a big crowd of fans out to watch the action here. And certainly there's been plenty of beating and banging involving the championship leader starting today, Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy's had to be aggressive at times. He's been caught in that outside lane for several of these restarts and had to really try and fight for the bottom.
Yeah, and that's really been the key, is that so many of these restarts, except whenever he was leading on a few of them, he's been in that outside lane and really had to take some chances to try to get himself positioned back in the bottom side. Yeah, that's where he's restarting on this outside lane.
Sometimes it's not your day. After getting shuffled back by having to pit, getting on a different pitch schedule than a lot of the others, Jimmy gave up 4th for 20th at lap 328. Jimmy's been trying to bull his way up through the pack. And right now, Jimmy finds himself in 6th place.